the first half of Monday's game between the Celtics and the Chicago Bulls, it appeared the NBA's best team was in for a long night. Herrick goes right at Whittington. Oh! Todd Day, a step, the reverse goes! Behind 55% shooting from the field and Todd Day's 20 first-half points, the Celtics blew by Chicago for a 64-53 lead at the half. But then the Bulls got serious. They shot an amazing 72% from the floor in the second half, and Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen each scored 37 points for a 123-114 win. Last night, in a 107-97 loss at Charlotte, Dana Barros made a three-point field goal for the 79th consecutive game.
Barros to three. Yes!
Oh, yes!
And that ties the consecutive three-point games mark.
Tonight, he can call that record his own when the Celtics take on the Minnesota Timberwolves next on Sports Channel. You just go right over there, then you take a left, and you'll get to your seat. That's what she's saying as the fans make their way into the Fleet Center tonight. Getting ready for the holidays. The Minnesota Timberwolves are in town. They are set to take on the Celtics, who are looking to get back to that 500 mark. Mike Gorman, along with Tom Heinzen, sending out to all of you, as we will throughout the evening, holiday greetings. Hope you have a safe and a happy one, and hope the Celtics can pull one out here tonight. That was a tough loss down in Charlotte last night.
Yes, it certainly was, and it looked like they really had that thing well in hand, at least an idea of how to beat that ball club, and all of a sudden their defense fell apart, and the offense of Charlotte just erupted in the fourth quarter. It was almost as if a volcano erupted and spewed lava all over the Celtics because they could do nothing there in the early stages of the fourth quarter.
All right, some pluses and minuses to this club since we saw you last year on Sports Channel. The pluses first, D. Brown, the captain, is back. Doug Smith is at last off the injured list. Only a couple of minutes last night, but what about Doug Smith? Can he be a help to this team?
Well, right now I think he will have to be a help, and if he's not a help, he's going to be a hindrance. And what do you think of Doug Smith coming back in here to the lineup, Dino?
What I think about Doug Smith? I think he's ready.
He's ready, right from Dino Raja. And but they really could use Doug Smith, his ability to run up and down the floor and perhaps rebound. But we don't know where his conditioning is at. D. Brown looked a little bit out of sync last night. His shooting was very off. They need some offense from him tonight.
The minus for this club is a big one. The rookie, Eric Williams, has been placed on the injured list, and they are going to miss not only the 11 points and the 3 rebounds, but the way he plays the game is what they'll miss.
Mike, you know, this whole style is projects an aggressive atmosphere and posture to the opponent. And Eric Williams coming off the bench kind of personifies that, so that you feel like you're getting a sledgehammer of aggressiveness with his type of play. That very fact, plus the very strong game and poise that he's shown, the Celtics are lacking right now. They're going to find a way to make up for that in aggressiveness.
One guy who will get more minutes because of this switch is Todd Day, and offensively, Todd Day has been a real spark to this club since he came over from Milwaukee.
Well, he's coming in like the third guy in that quick forward spot, and if the other guy has been put a torture test on that one guy, the opponent, and he's being able to lose that guy on defense and find his favorite shot, the three-pointer, but he is very capable of taking it to the hoop aggressively too. However, he's not a power player. He's more of a finesse type of player.
The real sidebar to this game, of course, tonight is Dana Barros. It was just about a year ago. In fact, it was exactly a year ago that Dana Barros went without a three-point field goal. The streak began against Boston on December 23rd, 1994. That three got Dana Barros going. We are now 79 games later, and I know Dana was talking to Willie May here earlier, and he said, hey, I want to get this thing off the opening tip and move on.
Yeah, that's what you'd like to do. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't happen that way, and anytime a guy's going for a record or a streak or what have you, he likes to put it aside so the rest of the team can play their normal game instead of trying to help him attain stardom or history or glory or whatever.
All right, the guys who will be trying to stop Dana Barros from getting all of that are the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is a club that has gotten a little better of late, as we can see over the last, 12 games. They are averaging 102 a game. They've pushed their scoring up by about 5. They're playing better defense. some of that, I'm sure, is a reflection of the new coach, Flip Saunders.
Yeah, I think that the new coach has something to do with it, but unfortunately, he wasn't at the training camp to put in his system and have it reinforced with some wins. So that's a tough job to come in after the season is long underway. Hopefully for him, this team will catch on quickly to what he wants to do.
All right, the primary guy for the Minnesota Timberwolves, that hasn't changed over the last year or two. It is still Christian Laettner.
Christian Laettner is an all-purpose guy. I mean, he can play power forward, quick forward, center. I'm not so sure he's the great center that any team would hope to have. He's more a power forward type in my eyes, but very, very skilled, and he's going to finesse a guy like Eric Montross, I would think.
All right, hope you have the Christmas shopping all done. It would put you way ahead of both of us, I'm sure.
No.
You're all done? Well, it puts you ahead of me anyway. Sit back and relax if you have got it done. We've got Celtic basketball coming your way next here on Sports Channel. We're back live here at the Fleet Center in Boston, Massachusetts, and tonight's starting lineup is brought to you by BP Oil's New England distributors. Try Super BP 93 Octane. It's their highest quality gasoline, and it's available at all of their New England locations. Terry Porter, the veteran who came over from the Portland Trailblazers, along with Isaiah Ryder. That's a big, physically big backcourt for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Up front, Sam Mitchell, Christian Laettner, and Tom Gugliotta. As Tommy Heinsohn pointed out early on, Laettner not a true center. Dana Barros and D. Brown will be the backcourt for Boston tonight as Dana looks to set a new NBA mark. Rick Fox, Eric Montross, and Dino Raja will fill out Boston's front line. All right, let's take a quick look at our New England Jeep and Eagle dealer keys to the game. Key number one tonight, utilize the best matchup advantage only after exploring the best fast break opportunity.
Mike, I think this is where the Celtics are really having troubles. They're going to matchups they think that will be advantageous, and they slow it down to do that. They don't take advantage of potential layup opportunities by hustling the ball up the floor. The matchup situation ought to be the second option, not the first option.
And key number two to tonight's game, consistently force the pace of the game. In other words, be forcing that pace in minute 11 of the fourth quarter the way you were in minute 1 of the first, right?
You know, when you get platooning like ML Carr is doing with 2 and 3 players against a particular player, the speedier the pace can be, the more detrimental it's going to have an effect on the opposition. And I think at times the Celtics do not force the pace of the game consistently to really wear down the other ball club.
And forward from Croatia, 6'11", number 40, Dino Raja. Carolina, 6'7", number 44, Rick Fox. Captain D. Brown. Assistant coaches is Don Casey, Dennis Johnson, and John Kuster. Head coach ML Carr.
All right, we are set to go here at the Fleet Center as ML Carr goes over some final instructions with the club. You guys get back late, but I guess you're far enough into the season now that shouldn't affect the team, right?
Well, it shouldn't, and they have plenty of opportunity to sleep. Should have gotten home around 2 o'clock in the morning, and this team, right now, they're using an awful lot of people. Fatigue should not be a factor because when you play all the people that ML's playing, they don't have to pace themselves. So let's see if Eric Montross and his compatriots here will be able to pace the game the way ML Carr would like.
How about that matchup between Eric and Christian Laettner?
Eric, I think if they go to Eric early, and, you know, we talked about using the matchups, might be a productive one, but only after they explore the potential of a fast break, and then to go to it. Laettner, I think Montross be able to outmuscle him a little bit, but Laettner's probably going to take Montross out on the perimeter a little bit and put some moves on him, take it to the hoop. That's tough for Montross to defend.
veteran official Dick Bavetta will toss it up. First chance to see Dick work this year, one of the better officials in the NBA. And we are underway on a Friday night. Gugliotta jumps in to steals the tap. Dan Barros is going to pick up Terry Porter. Dee Brown over then on Isaiah Ryder, who comes around on the baseline. Leitner flashes in. Let's get Dino on him defensively. Right now, Montross is on Gugliotta. There's Gugliotta with the ball, and Montross is going to be called with the foul.
Well, they ended up with a switch. So Dino, there were two big men picking for each other, and easy switch, and Dino made it. Montross picked up the foul.
Porter looking inside at Isaiah Ryder. Ryder takes Dee Brown in, goes up with the left hand for two.
Took it away from the potential double team by going to the left hand.
You'll hear a ripple of reaction from the crowd every time that Dana Barros touches the ball. They go the Celtics to Montross. Nice little reverse.
Well, go to him early. It looks like the Celtics prepared to do exactly that.
Tied at 2, just about a minute gone. Fox the near steal on Mitchell. Gugliotta gets it back. Bullet pass inside. There's Ryder. He's got 2 buckets, both with the left hand.
Well, Dee Brown was off and running. What he thought was going to be a steal by Fox.
Bounce looking for a screen outside. Gives it up to Dee Brown. Dee's going to take it deep. In and out. Rebound to Leitner.
Dee Brown trying to find his stroke. Did not have a very effective shooting night last night. I think it was something like 2 for 10.
Gugliotta pops out, fakes it, now takes it. Rebound off the floor to Fox. Loops it ahead to Dana Barros. Here we go. Taken down by D on the cut. Dino spins off Mitchell for 2.
Well, it came up. They ended up with the rebound. Had 2 chances off that up quick against a 2-man defense.
They clear it out for Leitner to work on Montross. Leitner goes left, gets 2.
Well, Eric gave ground, let Montross free up his shooting hand. Eric didn't want to pick up his second foul.
T-Wolves by 2. Montross calling for the ball on the other end. Eric waits for the dust to clear. Backs Montross down. A traveling violation is called as Eric Leitner did one of those touch and back off.
He sure did. A little finesse play. Got Eric leaning back, expecting some contact. It wasn't there, and Eric threw himself off balance.
Porter now goes top of the key, Leitner. Mitchell in the lane. A floater won't go, but Sam Mitchell will get himself to the free throw line. Rick Fox picks up his first personal foul.
Celtics foul was on number 24. Rick Fox, his first personal foul, 2 team fouls.
Well, Sam Mitchell has been around this league, and you say, wow, good old Sam. But he can be a very productive offensive player. Good shooter, will hustle on the boards, a real scrapper. He was with this ball club initially with Bill Musselman. Played in the CBA, came along in that era. Then did play some time with Indiana, and he's back with the Timberwolves.
Did some time in Europe, I think, too. He has really seen it all. Fox will stop and go on Mitchell, and Mitchell's going to pick up the foul before the shot.
What a good play by Fox, as the entire defense was worrying about somebody popping out off a pick. And all of a sudden, there he goes, and not much help if Rick was able to turn the corner.
Dee Brown trying to cross over on Ryder, didn't work, goes inside. A good pass. It was behind Dino Raja, picked off by Fox at half court, up to Dino for 2.
Good hustle play by Rick Fox.
Yep. Made that one happen. Gugliotta back the other way. Count it, I believe, and the foul underneath.
Dino never quite got in position to cut off the angle, and he's mad at himself right now as Gugliotta saw a pass to the hoop and took it.
Timberwolves scoring pretty easily here, Tom, in the early going.
I think Jerry Seasting was right on the money when he said this team plays hard. They're just falling apart in the fourth quarters.
3-point play for Gugliotta. 5-point Timberwolves lead. There's Dana. There it is.
I'm sure the Timberwolves never wanted to see that happen.
The entire Celtic bench is up with their arms extended for the 3-point signal. Montrose takes down the Porter miss. The crowd here at the Fleet Center on their feet. And ML, nice call, 20-second timeout.
Right now, he said he was going to look to get off the snide in this department quickly. He got Porter going one way, then went the other, freed up his shooting hand, and yes, that is a 3-point field goal. Look at that crossover. What a great move to free up that shooting hand. Going to see Dana get the ball from the official. You know, when you reach a plateau like Dana just did and set a record, that's very, very meaningful. You'll think about that for as long as you're on this earth.
He is in the book. And now with the pressure off, there's no telling how long he may let that string run. After all, shooting those shots is his game.
Yeah, and this offense features that, letting him take that shot.
Ryder misses the easy turnaround. Leitner the follow. That won't go. The tip does, though. Second bucket for Leitner. 4-point lead, 13-9. Eric. Down the lane for 2.
Leitner made a bad gamble.
Yes. Leitner back the other way, kicks it out. Porter in and out with the 3. Dino there with the rebound. Comes up the sidelines to Fox. Rick will pull up. Rebound to Gugliotta. He leaves it for Porter. Mitchell will try. Long with the jumper. D up there to try to keep it alive. Isaiah Ryder clears out and gets 2.
Boy, what a power move right there. D. Brown had semi-decent position on Ryder. Watch Isaiah Ryder on this little move, the right of your screen, as he steps and really outleaps a leaper and then powers his way, knocks D. Brown off any attempt at blocking the shot. And then Ryder found the blue sky amongst the trees.
Greg Minor and Todd Day have come into the lineup for ML. Dino turns. Gugliotta there. Dino trying to get fouled on the way up. Devetta says let him play. Leitner an easy 2.
Now, Dana Barros just kept retreating and never foot faked the guy to make him think that he was going to do something. It was totally passive. Can't do that.
Dino getting his spot. Get 2. Dino at 6 and Boston's 13. We're nearly halfway through the first. Timberwolves on top 17-13. Rebound taken down in there by Montrose. Purvis Ellison's going to check into the game next whistle. Greg Minor rims out the pull-up. Another rebound for Gugliotta. Good strip by Todd Day.
Now, Celtics looking for some offense has brought in Todd Day at that quick forward spot early.
Porter, open lane to the hoop, couldn't finish. Dino takes down the miss. Dana the other way. Ryder cuts him off. Greg Minor, some daylight. Ooh, that was a tough pass from Montrose.
Should have taken a shot, Mike.
Yeah. Fourth turnover on the Celtics. There goes Porter. That one will stay down. He'll get to the free throw line. We're going to get a timeout. 5:47 left to go here in the first. Wolves by 4.
Well, here's the matchup at center. Christian Laettner taking Eric Montross out a little bit, teasing him with the dribble. Fakes one way and frees up that shooting hand. Montross kind of gave up trying to block the shot, hoping he wouldn't draw a foul. But now you see Laettner make a foolish gamble on Montross, and immediately Montross on the spin sees he's wide open for the slammer and does it.
ML Carr's going to play Purvis Ellison and Eric Montross at the same time here. They'll be joined by Greg Minor, Todd Day, and Dana Barros. Terry Porter looking to finish off the play. 5:47 to go here in the first. Porter makes it. It's a 5-point game. All 5 of the Timberwolves starters now have scored.
Well, that backing way off Minor. He's got the outside shot.
Purvis trying to keep it alive. It comes to Porter. Sam Mitchell pops out. Minor's on him. Gugliotta faces up Montross. Little jump hook comes up short. Rebound tipped. Laettner's able to control it. Dish for Gugliotta. He gets 2.
Has the great passing ability by Christian Laettner. This guy really is a point center. He can make any offense much more than it really is. Look how far back they're off Minor.
Yep. Big time. Celtics are down to 7 on the shot clock. Day kicks it out. Dana, little floater in the lane.
Boy, he ought to be getting at least 2 or 3 of those a game. And he's having difficulty really beating some people.
152. 152.
Mitchell sets a screen outside for Porter. And an offensive foul is called on Laettner as he stepped out to set a pick. Next Celtic game, it'll be a while. We'll see you on January 3rd when the Portland Trailblazers will be in town. Sports Channel game time begins at 7, and it'll be Celtic basketball at 7:30 or so. That's the 3rd of January. After you all have had a very safe and happy holiday. That is our wish. Day, short with that one. Porter bullet pass inside, and Ryder unable to handle it. Well, here comes the youngster, Kevin Garnett, into the game, and I mean youngster.
19 years of age, 6'11", kind of a very, very slender frame.
It's just a pup.
Yep.
Day can't make it stay down. Ryder comes up with a loose ball. Isaiah has it knocked away. We got a whistle. It's out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball. 3:46 left to go here in the first. Minnesota has led all the way. They're up 5, 22-17. Flip Saunders, the new head coach, looking for his first win as a head coach. Gugliotta, nice move.
Boy, there is a power move from a power forward. One dribble drive.
Pass too far for Purvis to handle. Garnett comes up with the loose ball. Porter the other way. 7-point Minnesota lead. Ryder wants to take Todd Day off the dribble into the lane. Isaiah for 2. That's a tough matchup for Todd Day right there defensively. It's going to get Rick Fox back into ML Carr's lineup.
Well, he needs some defense. Nobody's playing defense.
Day trying to get it back, gets his own rebound, goes the other way, yes, and a foul. Todd can't score.
He's offensive-minded, there's no question about it. And what a great play just made.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the first. Celtics still down 7.
Let's take another look at this great move by Todd Day. They've given him the total green light. And he's going to aggressively attack the hoop. Takes the tough shot, gets his own miss, and then alertly uses the reverse side of the backboard and picks up the foul along with the hoop. So by giving Todd Day, Mike, the green light, this kid is not worrying about whether he's taking a good shot or a bad shot or whatever. They're letting him have his instincts on what he feels he can do, because players really don't want to take a bad shot. They're only going to take shots they think they can make. And this kid is pretty athletic and can be creative in the shot department.
He's got 5 of the Celtics' 20, 6-point Minnesota lead. Gugliotta.
Just a great pass by Porter. Before Gugliotta even stopped, the ball was waiting there for him.
His Day in the lane, unable to get the handle. Greg Minor does come up with it. Dana Barros, the runner, no. There's Purvis. He'll get to the free throw line. Dino Raj is going to check into the game again for the Celtics. Let's take a look at that pass from Terry Porter.
You know, the timing of a pass is so important. Look at this. The guy's on the move when he catches the ball. It was just sitting there waiting for him. And the Celtics sometimes wait for the guy to get to the spot, stop, and then they pass the ball. That gives the defense an extra margin to recoup and then perhaps get in the passing lane. Rick Fox did not play that play that badly, but the pass was perfect.
Porter, the up quick. There's Garnett. Garnett lost it on the way up. Out of bounds, I think, off Gugliotta. No, it's going to be Minnesota ball.
Rick Fox was trying to snooker the official and influence the call by walking up, but I think he hit it.
Worth a try. Gugliotta coming down the lane. The dish. Garnett. No, can't finish. Late call, though, is going to get him to the free throw line.
Todd Day really screwed up on defense on this play. Took nobody. And, boy, Todd Day was playing some real good defense, aggressive defense. He's playing passive defense right now.
Garnett averaging 6 points and 3 rebounds a game, which puts him, well, kind of in the middle of the pack of players who came directly from high school to the NBA. Moses Malone, of course, came right in and averaged 19 points and 15 rebounds out of high school. That's amazing.
But Moses was a huge body coming into the league. This kid has got to grow into his body and his size, if he ever does.
The other 3 players, Dawkins, Willoughby, and Kemp, all had numbers very similar to Garnett's. There's Gugliotta, who has been getting 3, and there's Garnett getting 2.
Dino made a bad gamble to try and pick the pass off to Gugliotta. Look how nicely they advanced the ball with the pass before Boston even got out there.
There's the double from the rookie. Pretty good one. Todd Day makes the catch, has it knocked away. It'll still be Celtic ball. 9 seconds on the shot clock and a minute 38 to play here in the first. Jerome Allen, the rookie out of Penn, is going to check into the game, and Terry Porter will sit down. Barros has got Allen on him. Oh, pretty good job defensively. Dana had to take it, and he threw it in.
Boy, as a last resort, had nobody to pass to, just launched it. I mean, he is capable of making those type of shots.
Ryder, the big step, finds Leitner, and Leitner will get himself to the free throw line.
I tell you one thing, that kid Garnett never got out of the free throw lane. He was in there for a 10 count.
But he was so thin, no one
could see him. Those. I mean, he's still got big feet, though. Big feet. What a mental adjustment this man went through, coming from a very successful collegiate program into a an atmosphere of desperation in Minnesota, and then having to bear the brunt of leading them out of the woods.
Which can be quite a task in Minnesota.
Sure can. A lot of woods up there.
A lot of woods. Day, the no-look right through Purvis's hands. 6 turnovers on the Celtics here in the first 11 minutes of this game, and Timberwolves are threatening a double-digit lead here, 33-24. Garnett spins, made the nice move, couldn't finish it. Ryder jumps out on Day. Dino for 2.
That was a perfect explore the fast break opportunities. If it isn't there, go to the matchup. Perfect example. Dana had his head up. Jay was looking. There was nothing good there for the fast break. They stopped quickly, got the ball to Dino.
I haven't seen anybody on this Minnesota front line who can remotely cover Dino. However,
nobody's remotely covering Leitner or Gugliotta.
No. Celtics looking for the final shot here of the first, trailing 35-26. Shot clock, game clock is off. Shot clock actually is on. Game clock is the one still running. Jerome Allen picked up that foul on the drive, and it'll put Dana Barros at the free throw line. Jerome Allen from Penn would have been a real nice pickup for this club. He's a very, very proficient college player.
Well, they got Williams, who's on the injured list. And you know how good he can be. In his days at Indiana. The rookie going to see some minutes.
Here comes Allen. Pulls up for the shot, and Dana Barros got a piece of it. And the lead will be 7. It belongs to the Timberwolves, 35-28 after 1.
Well, you're going to see what one of the keys of the game was, to explore fast break opportunities. You watch Dana Barros' eyes to see if anybody's open on the wings. Now, a long pass up. There's Dino. And after the fast break opportunities have not produced and go to the matchup you think will be productive, and that's Dino. That's what they should keep looking to do. And that's what they should keep looking to do. Hustle the ball up quickly.
Celtic opponents have been shooting 53% from the field over the last 4 games, and the Timberwolves are doing it again tonight. Dino misses the first shot. Purvis to rebound, no. Tipped Rooks, did he save it? No, he didn't. It'll still be Boston ball. Celtics have Ellison, Fox, Barros, Roger, and Day on the floor. The T-Wolves will counter with Rooks, Allen, Gugliotta, Garnett, and Ryder. Purvis. Yes, and Sean Rooks.
I don't know how he got that pass through. Really, that was a terrific pass. Let's see if we can spot the angle. He's looking all the way, and Rooks just put his hand down for an instant, and the ball was by him. That is a tough pass to make. You can't throw it high because the backboard's in the way. You got to throw it shoulder high, and if the guy's got his hand up, you never connect.
Purvis 0 for 3 at the free throw line. Garnett for 2. That was smooth, too.
There's no question that McHale fell in love with this kid's potential and his great skills already.
Dana back rims that one. Dino, tough job to keep it alive, but then Garnett jumps back in the play and comes up with the loose ball. Inside, Garnett again. Won't stay down for him. He's trying to pick on the Garnett-Fox matchup, interestingly enough.
Well, he's got size.
Yeah.
And he's got the shot. Why not?
Todd Day pulls up. Yes!
And gets fouled by Ryder.
A 3 and a foul.
Well, Ryder down low trying to take away the drive from Todd Day. Todd Day gets him moving back and then quickly right into the shot. That's the type of move that Dana Barris has got to do. Get the guy going back a little bit and then quickly pull up and take the shot. Well, Todd Day gets the first 4-point play that we've seen the Celtics have.
Absolutely. He's got 9. Barros has got 9. Raja has 9. There's 27 of Boston's 34. Celtics are back to within 3. Isaiah Ryder, the dish, Gugliotta misses the shot. Purvis is there. 5th rebound for Purvis. Up to Fox. Blocked by Garnett, but a foul is called.
What a great pass by Dana Barris this time. Advanced the ball on the run to Fox, who had only a half a step. Let's take a look at this. Quick to Dana Barris. 2 dribbles and then quickly up as Fox only had a half a step on the rookie, and it created the foul situation. That's the way you fast break, boy. Get the ball up the court with the long pass, if at all possible.
First point for Rick Fox tonight. Leitner has come in, Gugliotta goes out, and Mitchell has come in for the rookie Garnett, who committed his 3rd personal foul on Fox. Rick makes them both. First 2 points for Rick tonight. Celtics are on a 10-2 run to get back to within 1. Ryder and Fox, and that's good matchup. That's travel.
Well, I tell you, Fox was spread so wide. Ryder didn't think he could go anywhere, and he was taunting him and teasing him with the ball. Look at this up fake. Fox goes low on the up fake. Has that hand out there, tries to get him going this way, and there's the walk.
Good call. Fox takes it in. Won't stay for him. Boy, Brooks is having a hard time getting a hand on anything here as he tips it out of bounds.
What a great move, however, by Rick Fox. That ball didn't get the shooter's bounce as it normally would. Nice soft layup, but headed to the hoop beautifully.
Day will inbound. Finds Barros. Allen's going to be called for the foul, his 2nd. It's 4 quick team fouls here on the Timberwolves with 9:45 still to go.
All right, 2.5 minutes, a little over 2 minutes here, and in serious trouble.
Dana nearly lost it, gets it back to Fox. 14 on the shot clock. Rick takes it anyway. Rebound taken by Mitchell, gets it to Allen. Allen all the way, and he's fouled by Dana Barros. Oh, they gave that one to Fox. Day in, day out at home or on the road. If you want that great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. Dana Barros gets a nice hand as he goes to the Boston bench. David Wesley is in the game. 2nd personal foul on Fox. Allen averaging 4 points a game, gets his 1st of the night.
Well, Kevin McHale has picked up just recently another point guard. And Charles Smith, who used to play with the Celtics and had the unfortunate circumstances here in Boston. So Kevin remembered what Charles Smith did on the basketball court. Going to give him a chance.
Allen the other way. Nice play by Fox. Rick, the bounce pass. Dino just unable to handle it. That was pretty fantastic.
It was right up there in the midriff. Should have had that for the layup, but Todd Day, the beneficiary of that up quick.
First Celtic lead of the night comes at 39-38. 8:50 to go first half. Isaiah Ryder. Ellison saved by Wesley. Fox back to David. Todd Day is going to tee up another one.
Well, the pass was too low. It wasn't in the wheelhouse so he could get the shot off.
Here's Day taking it right to Rooks, and Rooks is going to get the foul. Sean has not had a good stint on the court. Flips on his wants timeout. 8:26 left to go here first half. Boston by 1.
I'm going to show you a difference in coaching styles. ML Carr immediately at his players. The coaches from the Timberwolves are kind of doing what every coach in the league does, is hold a conference meeting with his assistant coaches. And ML has more time and really searches out information from each player instead of from the assistant coaches. That's what a player kind of thinks of as a player's coach, because they listen to their players.
Terry Porter and Christian Laettner are back in for the T-Wolves. Rooks stays in the game. Sam Mitchell's also on the floor, and so is Mark Davis for the first time tonight. Todd Day having another big offensive first half. He had 20 in the first half, of course, against the Chicago Bulls here on Monday night. He's got 13 so far, with still 8:26 to go in the first half tonight.
And he's provided some aggressiveness that was missing without Eric Williams. He's taken it to the hoop. Ended up at the free throw line.
Celtics extended to a three-point lead at 41-38. David Wesley defensively is out on Porter. They're down to 5 on the shot clock. Rooks with 1 comes up with a dunk. Fox looking for the ball, gets it, gets 2.
Great pass by Day, and alert look by Fox to know that he was immediately open, and on the catch went up for the shot. Great adjustment by Fox.
Eric Montross call for that foul. His second.
As Todd Day now puts it over his head, just lobs it over Mitchell's head, and as Fox on the catch, concentrating on the ball, and then looking at any possible rotation of the defense.
Porter comes up shooting and hits it 2. Fox again is calling for the ball down on the blocks against Mitchell. Celtics come the other way to Dino. Now they go to Eric Montross, trying to work on Sean Rooks. Kicks it back out. Todd Day. 1.5. Todd Day's having 17 now.
They lost him.
It's his third 3 of the night. Celtics with their biggest lead at 46-42. Brooks just turns to the basket, and that's going to be a goaltend on Todd Day.
Well, it would have been short,
Looked like
but you
it.
got to call that because it still was about 6 inches away. And watch right. It would have been hitting the rim, and that is a goaltend.
Fox working on Mitchell again. Backs it home. Davis.
Boy, the Celtics are just making some foolish gambles out on the wing.
David Wesley right back trying to dish it to Dino. He comes up with it. His double team skips it over to David Wesley right over the top of the rim, and David banks it home.
Good pass by Dino. He knew that Wesley was wide open. The question was, how was he going to get him the ball?
Points are going on the board in a hurry here in the second quarter. Todd Day unable to control that as he stepped on the sideline. D. Brown's going to come back into the game, and Eric Montross will go out, so Dino Radja will move to the center spot.
And that'll put Rick Fox on a big guy, Laettner.
Davis finds Laettner down on the baseline. They clear it out a bit for Laettner. Now the double comes from Todd Day. Laettner skips it back. Porter the long jumper. And that's going to be a push on D. Brown in the rebounding action.
Now, D. Brown was defending against a much bigger guy, a more muscular guy, and just trying to make sure that he wasn't going to get the rebound. Gave him an extra nudge.
He did.
Big time nudge.
traveling violation called on Leitner on the baseline.
Hans Leitner, Hans Christian, didn't like the call.
No, he did not like that. That's the first kind of flash of the Leitner temper we have seen.
A fairy tale. Hans Christian Leitner. Seems appropriate Christmas time. You know, it does. I sprinkle a little tinsel around.
Fox trying to use his quickness on Leitner, pulls up for the jumper. Rebound off the floor to Terry Porter.
Oh, good defense that time by Leitner, so Fox couldn't get around him.
Porter leaves it for Rooks. He's not much of a threat to shoot it from out there. Leitner again, into the paint, in a crowd, gets two. First two of the second quarter for Leitner. He's got 9 overall.
Leitner's a very intelligent player. Takes what you give him. Oh.
He's in double figures with 11.
Ding dong Dino.
Rooks hit by Todd Day, who'll get to the free throw line.
In honor of Christmas, watch this low post move. Ding dong Dino.
All right, we're going to see Doug Smith come into the game. 4:20 to go here in the first half.
Now this will be some meaningful minutes for Doug Smith, who now will take on the assignment of trying to contain Christian Leitner as Rick Fox has given up just a little bit too much size to Leitner, and Leitner is very adroit at exploiting that advantage.
Brooks makes his free throws. Timberwolves hanging around down 2. They led by 7 at the end of 1. D comes up, shoots. Doesn't get the bounce on the 3. Minnesota can tie this trip. I'll go ahead with the 3. Brooks throws the ball away, picked off by Doug Smith.
Oh, that'll get him going.
Smith running the floor. They didn't see him, but it didn't matter.
Clean look in there as the defense retreated. Wesley wide open, and he's been praying for those type of situations. Santa gave it to him.
There's a flavor to tonight's game. No question about it. 5 for Wesley, 5 to lead. 3:30 to go in the first half. Got D. Brown again, this time picking up his second personal foul. Celtic Magazine on Sports Channel is the best way to follow the Celtics throughout the 95-96 season. Tune in Thursdays at 7, right here on Sports Channel, the home of the Boston Celtics. All right, Mark Davis, the rookie out of Texas Tech, will step to the free throw line. Has his average 3. Celtics lead by 4. Up for D. Brown. Davis able to jump in. And then out of bounds. It's going to be Boston ball. Still 20 seconds on the shot clock.
There was no question that he collided with D. Brown.
Sam Mitchell now covering Day.
Mitchell was so afraid of the quickness of Day. He was down and not getting up, and Day just rose up and had nothing but a clean look at the hoop.
For the second straight game here at the Fleet Center, Todd Day has 20 first half points. He's 4 for 6 shooting threes, 6 of 10 overall. Isaiah Ryder is going to come back in here for the T-Wolves. The rookie Davis will sit down. Leitner calling for the ball on Doug Smith. Porter takes it into the paint instead.
Great defense that time. by Wesley.
Yep.
Boy, cut Porter way off. Porter had no place to go but stop.
We've got a timeout with 2:57 to go here in the first half, and the Celtics, they now lead by 7.
You can't play better defense than David Wesley against a penetrating guard. Spreads wide, doesn't overrun the play, and that's where Dana Barros gets in trouble sometimes. Stops the man because the man had no place to go except continue on dead into the corner, which he didn't want to do. So excellent defense by David Wesley.
Gugliotta has come back into the game. Leitner comes up with the rebound. Gugliotta had 11 first quarter points. Porter all the way to get to the free throw line with 2:41 to go in the first half.
Now, Gugliotta had outstreaked Doug Smith up the floor, and David Wesley had to respect that and pick up Gugliotta. And that left Doug Smith with the responsibility of trying to stop Terry Porter on the run. And Porter, like all smaller people on the court, when they see a big guy, they're going to put their quickness on him, particularly out somewhere near the head of the key.
Porter coming over in free agency from the Portland Trailblazers, where he had played his entire career.
Yeah, with Strickland, they felt they no longer needed Terry Porter. And he gives this Timberwolves team a measure of experience that they have been lacking for a long time.
He's there for the glory years in Portland, that's for sure. And they made their runs at Detroit unsuccessful, but they made them. Wow, what a half Todd Day's having.
Boy, and Sam Mitchell again was down looking for the drive. And remember the first couple of plays that Todd Day had made, even though they weren't particularly good shots, he was getting in there. And all of a sudden, these big guys who have to play this quick forward now have to go out on the perimeter and worry about whether they're going to, Todd Day's going to beat them with quickness.
Todd Day's got 17 here in the second quarter, and we still have 2:20 to play.
You might say he has been the second quarter.
Yes, I would say so, because there's been a 14-point turnaround in this game. It's been quite a...
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
It wasn't bad.
You saved that up?
No, kind of came to me, actually.
Came to you along the way. Quite a day.
There he goes again. Mitchell's going to be called for the foul outside.
Well, he's got the perfect situation right now. He's got one guy, like a fastball, like a pitcher in baseball, has thrown all kinds of pitches. And he's got the batter guessing. That's what Mitchell is doing right now, guessing as to what Todd Day is going to do. He has not in any way, shape, or form intimidated Todd Day with his defense. Look at how far off he is. And there's the little nudge with the arm. How do I play this guy, Sam Mitchell is saying to himself at this point.
You can see Dick Lipe in the record book over there, figuring out most points in a quarter. We've still got 2 minutes to play here in the second. Larry Day has 19.
Larry Bird holds the record.
And how many is it?
Something like 28, I think.
24.
24.
That's reachable. D. Brown called over the back of Isaiah Ryder. That's 3 on D.
Well, D's having trouble getting into sync right now. I thought the 2 games before he took the shot in the trachea, he was really playing some excellent basketball. And he's just starting to feel his way after that being put on the injured reserve list and sitting there for at least 5 games. So he's way out of sync on how he feels he can help.
Greg Minor comes in and D. Brown will sit down. It's a strange game. Isaiah Ryder is the 9th different member of the Timberwolves to attempt a free throw in this game, and we're still got 2 minutes till the end of the first half. 9 for Ryder, who's halfway to his average, 62-55, 7-point Boston lead. Isaiah Ryder now is trying to cover Todd Day. Day comes top of the key. Got it!
Once he gets started, you ain't turning him off. No way! You just ain't gonna do it.
Now that record is in serious jeopardy. Isaiah Ryder answers with a 3 of his own.
Todd Day keeps trying to make those steals, and he's just an instant too late.
Doug Smith comes up shooting. He's long with it. Dino trying to tip it. Loose ball picked off by Davis. That's pretty nice by the look of him.
Yep.
Coast to coast for Mark Davis. Flip Saunders working that sideline. Todd Day's going to have one quick little possession here to go for it. Now they're timing. I thought that was happening a little fast. They had 10 seconds on the game clock, and actually it was a minute. Davis is shadowing Day. Todd gets a screen. Nice look inside. Found the open man for 2.
Great play by Todd Day.
There was. Knew what everybody was thinking and waited for the double and found the open man. Terry Porter buries a jumper. Celtics going to take it down. They won't get the final shot. They probably will give the ball back to the T-Wolves with about 5 on the clock. Dino a screen outside for David Wesley. David watching the clock. David the dish to Todd Day. Throws it up and in. And that ties the record. 29 first half points for Todd Day. 24 of them here in the second quarter. You got to love it, Todd. Todd Day and Larry Bird are side by side in the Celtic record book. 29 first half points for Todd Day.
Yeah, but how many in the quarter now?
24.
24.
Yep, tied the record.
So that ties the record. There's the one that's coming up that ties the record as Wesley penetrates. They respect that penetration, and Todd Day just eludes Leitner, who was trying to close down the pass. So this kid is, don't get him thinking about too many things. Play to the strength of his game. That's what ML Carr believes. He's given him, as we said earlier, a green light. I mean, there's not even an amber out there.
Oh, no, there isn't.
Let alone a red light.
No,
it's all green for Todd Day.
More like the Audubon out there.
That's right. Changed the speed limit in Nebraska. Well, the Celtics will get it out underneath their own basket as the officials are explaining that to the coaching staff for the Timberwolves.
Todd could set the record. It's out to Dana Barros. He wants Day to come to the ball. Dana takes it down the lane, throws it up, tipped up, no, tipped up again, no. We have played a half, and it belonged to Todd Day. Todd and Larry, side by side. 69-62 Celtics at the half. (69-62) our halftime score. Todd Day putting on a show, the best offensive show in this building so far. 29 points and a half.
It was really a spectacular shooting situation for Todd Day, and we talked about ML Carr giving him the green light when a shooter knows that the coach isn't going to be second-guessing every shot, because he uses shots to set up players to get better shots later on, and that's what players feel they need the playing time in order to do that.
Right, he is 9 of 13 from the floor, 4 of 6 shooting threes. And a reminder, Sports Channel, of course, has gone interactive. You can get in touch with us anytime you'd like just by sending email to scceltics@aol.com, and we shall respond. Our question tonight: what's that tattoo on Dana Barros' arm? Chris McCampbell wants to know, so we went to the source.
Well, Chris, this is just a little basketball here. I got my 3 right there symbolizing the 3-pointers. And it's all good at symbolizing, it's all good, the jumper. It's been almost all good so far. It's not all good already, but this is just a little design just to help it out.
Janet Jackson got the same thing.
Yeah, well, we on it. We on the same level, so you know we got a little something going. But I ain't gonna get all into that on TV, but you know it's just for a little fun, man. The one and only. Hurt too much, man. Never again, man. Never again. I had to lay down, man. They had to lay me on the table. I was like, man, stop.
That's why I don't have one, I'll tell you. Our New England Jeep and Eagle dealer keys to the game as we began the night were: utilize the best matchup advantage only after exploring best fast break opportunity. Grade them.
Well, they utilized matchups galore. If they didn't have the fast break, they pushed it up and they got what they could off the break, but then they went right to the matchup situation, and this was the most productive by far. Look at that, 29-2. And even though Mitchell leads in the rebound department, and Todd Day only played 16 minutes, so Mitchell's 19. And then we got Dino Raja, who also was productive down on the box against Gugliotta. And they didn't fully exploit the Dino situation as much as they possibly could have accomplished. But
hard to with Todd as hard as he was.
Consistently forced the pace of the game, and the points in the first quarter, 28. And there you see in the second, 41. So the pace went up. And 48 shots in that first half.
69 points in a half, a season high for the Celtics. 41 points in the second quarter, also a season high. Celtics have it to open the third. Eric Montross with the catch. He's out there with Fox, Barros, Raja, and Brown. Gugliotta got a piece of that.
Dino forced that one.
Isaiah Ryder, Fox jumping back in defensively, but Gugliotta gets 2 more.
Great pass that time by Ryder, as Gugliotta coming up as the trailer and just slipped it to him easily.
Gugliotta's got 13 in the game. He's getting it rather easily. That's going to be a travel on Dino. That's the second time tonight that kind of finesse move has worked for the T-Wolves, Tom. Little pressure, then back off.
Right? And if the guy starts leaning on you, I've seen guys actually fall on the floor.
Yeah. Barros out here harassing Porter. Leitner, confident with the dribble. He'll stop and go, goes to the other side, and he'll get to the free throw line. Dino came to help out.
That was a gift, I think. They had him tucked neatly under the backboard, and Montross is saying, what have I got to do? Every time a guy makes a move on me, it's a whistle. He really shut down Leitner. Leitner was going to take a very difficult shot. Instead, gets bailed out.
Christian 5th in the league amongst the lead centers. Interesting group there. Sabonis, there's different styles there with those guys that were listed.
You wouldn't think Murasan would be first in anything.
No, you don't.
But he has got those offensive skills, boy. He's really tough down low.
Eric Montross backing Leitner in. Leitner, a nice strip there, but the ball comes to Dana Barros. He tees it up. Won't go down. Isaiah Ryder tipped by Barros from behind. That's going to be Celtic ball. Yes, it is. Off Gugliotta's sneaker, I believe.
I tell you, D. Brown had them all, and he broke up the play.
Three-point game at 69-66. The Celtics the ball and the lead. Eric Montross just picked up his 4th personal foul. That's going to get Todd Day in the game.
ML Carr right now brings Todd Day in, and he goes small. That'll move Rick Fox over to Gugliotta. And there is once again a size advantage for the Timberwolves, and see if they exploit it.
Flip Saunders up calling the 5-play. Isaiah Ryder kicks it to Leitner. Leitner the drive. 2 and foul on Dino.
Well, you get in trouble, in my opinion, when you start doubling everybody. And here's a mismatch down on the box. Ryder kicks it out to Leitner. Dino was trying to help D. Brown on it. And on the rush, Leitner, I mean, he's a smart player. As soon as he catches you rushing at him, he's going to give you a little up fake and then hit to the hoop.
Six straight have been run off by the T-Wolves to get back to within 1. D's going to try. Makes it from the corner.
He needed that one, Mike.
First bucket for D. Celtics go up 3. Gugliotta looking for Leitner over the top. Leitner wasn't ready for the pass. Picked off by Raja.
And Fox wide open, and they still don't find him. Too late.
It was too late. Rick gets 2 anyway.
Well, he was wide open for a layup about 5 counts before.
8 points for Fox. Mitchell trying to back Day down. And Mitchell's going to get himself to the free throw line. Stay tuned after the game for Holding Court with my partner Tom Heinsohn. I just love this music. Join local celebrities, Hollywood stars, and Hall of Famers live from the Legends. Dom DiMaggio is going to be by. Kevin McHale also is going to make an appearance. So stick around with Tom after the game.
And Shamar Moore, Malcolm on the Young and the Restless.
No
you
kidding.
Know your soaps, baby.
I don't know my soaps.
You don't know your soaps?
Shamar? You know Shamar?
Shamar Moore, baby. A hunk.
Oh, we're getting a thumbs up along the table here on Shamar. Meanwhile, back at the ranch at 73-69. Celtics by 4. The Celtics get Todd Day involved before they go to Dino. Looks like Dino's going to be the guy, and he gets 2.
He's just burning Gugliotta almost at will, and anybody else that they want to put on him. Todd Day has been the hot man in this game, and oh, what a great play by Ryder. Look at that. Oh, they're just working the guard mismatch to perfection.
Celtics 7-point halftime lead is down to 4. It's 75-71. Fox over Leitner.
Boy, and he got pushed, too.
Rick in double figures with 10. Here comes Mitchell quickly the other way. Gugliotta the trailer. Gugliotta thinking about a 3. He'll take it. Nope. It was wide right. Dana pulls it out to Fox. Double team on Rick. Kicks it back to D. Over to a wide open Dana Barros. Gugliotta with it. Gets it ahead to Ryder. Ryder the bounce pass to Mitchell. Oh, great block by D. Brown.
That's 2 great defensive plays by D. Brown.
Todd Day unable to hit Porter. Skips it up to Ryder. Ryder.
You know, the Celtics had a 4-on-1 that time, and the rest of the Timberwolves said, let that guy deal with all 4 of the Celtics, and they never came up the floor. A long rebound. There was no Celtic back to help.
Fox spinning on Leitner. A dozen for Fox. He has been efficient getting his points tonight. Leitner a screen outside for Porter. Porter keeps on going to the hoop. Is a goaltend.
Well, Porter turned the corner on the pick and roll play, and Dino is supposed to, you know, just send him out towards half court as best he can, but Dana Barros got to keep his feet moving. Dana's got some real defensive problems moving his feet. for a little guy who's got great foot speed. Doesn't keep him moving.
Leitner gets called for a second personal foul. He hasn't liked either one.
I don't think Christian likes anything.
D misses the three. Leitner with Fox underneath him got the rebound. Wolves kind of like this half-court game, don't they? This Gugliotta ducks the shoulder. He'll get to the free throw. We get a timeout, 6:41 to go here in the third, and the Wolves are hanging around the door.
Well, D. Brown's made a couple of really excellent defensive plays. You watch here as he's right there as the goaltender against the fast break, and he goes skying, and look at this beautiful block by D. Brown. Took two away from the Timberwolves.
Sure did.
And on another fast break thrust, he backed down and played four people and forced a turnover. That's as good as you can get against the fast break offense. Now D hoping his offense falls in line because he'd like to play some serious minutes, and so far it hasn't, but you got to give him some playing time to get his rhythm back, and that's some of the challenges of coaching a basketball team. Is you got a guy like D. Brown and been out for a while. You got to let him get back into his rhythm.
Gugliotta makes them both. He's got 16. He and Ryder are tied for high-scoring honors for the Timberwolves. It's a two-point game, 79-77. Leitner pushing Fox out. Rick beats him off the dribble, and Gugliotta commits the foul.
Boy, he just blew by Christian Leitner. Leitner was afraid to back off and take away Rick's speed and give him the jump shot. He's right up there with him, and if you're going to play a guy smaller than you, you got to bend your legs and actually take a stance smaller than the man you're defending. That's tough for big guys to do. They don't want to do it, to tell you the truth. Big guys don't want to bend their knees. They want to stand up. Why do I have to bend my knees?
Lane violation on Rick Fox, who knew as soon as he let that go that that was going to be long, and so he took off after it. So the Wolves can get to within one or tie with a three here, just about halfway through the third. Mike Orman, Tom Heinsohn with you on a Friday night before Christmas. Back home and enjoying this as the Celtics look to get back to the 500 mark. Gugliotta's pass goes awry, and it's going to be Boston ball.
Dino took Leitner, the cutter, and lost sight of the ball, but Gugliotta's pass was way off the mark.
Dino turns on Gugliotta again, and an illegal defense is called. Isaiah Ryder never went with D. Brown, just kind of stayed in his spot in that 2-3 zone. Or whatever it was.
There is old Kevin McHale, and he's got the VP of basketball operations look already.
Yeah.
Wincing in pain.
Looking over the shoulder of his coaching staff. D into the paint. Nice look for Dana Barros. Still plenty of time. Timberwolves jumping around defensively, doing a pretty good job, but the Celtics find Dino, and 3-second violation is called.
Well, they're moving the ball to try and get Dana his shot, and Dana is worried about the hard rush of somebody on the rotation, trying to use that to drive to the hoop, and then just doesn't drive to the hoop.
Leitner bumping his way into the paint. Couple of fakes. Dino with the block. Picked off by Dana Barros. Here comes Todd Day on a wing. Todd will stop and start. Gets the bump and the bucket.
And really got hit by Ryder. No whistle.
31 for Todd Day on the night as we approach 5 minutes to go in the third. The Celtics have the lead back up to 5 at 82-77. Leitner leans in. He'll get to the free throw line.
Celtics fouls on number 40, Dino Raja. His third personal foul.
Now here's the block by Dino on Leitner right there. Covered his shooting hand. And there's Leitner just pulling Dino's hand down. Now watch the hit now here by Ryder. No whistle.
Leitner, one of the best free throw shooters in the league the last couple of years, is having his troubles there tonight. (82-78), 4-point game. Under 5 minutes now to play in the third. Also late getting that Day. Day spins on Mitchell. Tough shot. Near tip rebound pulled down by Isaiah Ryder. Bullet pass up ahead to Gugliotta. Nice look for Mitchell. He couldn't handle it, but Leitner was there and he got two.
Boy, and it was an offensive foul on Leitner as he cleared Dino right off any thought of blocking the shot.
Timberwolves back to within two again.
You know, they've been to the line more times than the Celtics in the first half. I find that hard to believe.
Barnes, no screen there, takes it into the paint himself, kicks it out to D. The catch. Rebound loose. Tip out of bounds. It's going to be Timberwolves ball. Todd Day thought that Terry Porter got the last hand on it. But it'll be Minnesota ball right in front of us.
Customer service on the lounge level. Number 45, Sean Rooks is back in the
Sean Rooks is back out on the floor now. Leitner gets a rest. Greg Miner's going to check back into the game in a moment for the Celtics. And Isaiah Ryder is called for holding off D. Brown. Let's take a look at what's coming up this week here on Sports Channel. On Thursday night at 7, it's another episode of Celtic Magazine. Then on Friday, beginning at 7, it's the ECAC Men's College Basketball Holiday Festival. Third place game will come your way Friday. And then at 9 o'clock, it's the championship game. That's coming your way next week right here on Sports Channel. The ECAC Holiday Festival from Madison Square Garden.
Minnesota foul is on number 45, Sean Rooks.
Sean Rooks picks up that foul. It's 3 on Sean. And the third on the team with 3:51 to play in the third.
Well, in the second quarter, they were in foul trouble in, 2.5 minutes into the quarter.
Yeah, they were. Fox, the spin move.
Good block out that time by Rooks.
Minnesota a chance to tie again. They've had some numerous chances here the last 3 or 4 minutes to get back even in this game. And a 3-second violation is called on Sean Rooks.
I'm all in favor of 3-second calls.
Can't be enough.
You're sort of picking the lane, and then he never got out of the lane. That's, and even the Celtics, you call 3 seconds on fast breaks. That's pretty tough.
Another opportunity here. Fox the near steal from behind. Instead, Porter keeps on going. Rooks. A questionable move there. And a hand check is called on Greg Miner. That's first personal foul on Greg. And the Celtics now are over the limit, so Terry Porter will be at the line.
Watch this now. A little dance step. Looked like Fred Astaire. Only Ginger Rogers wasn't here.
Didn't cover much ground, but
where's Ginger?
Changed feet a few times. The Timberwolves, just so you don't think my partner is exaggerating, now have a 2-1 advantage at the free throw line. They have attempted 30 free throws to Boston's 15. They have made 21 of them. Celtics have made 11. (82-81). 5 on the shot clock. Fox knows it. 3 finds Minor. Greg gets it off. Rebound taken down by Gugliotta and Rooks, and the Timberwolves have a chance to grab the lead. Porter needs help, gets it to Rooks. Rooks wants to give it up, does to Ryder. Inside Mitchell. Minnesota by 1.
Look up, too late.
Look at a foul. It's going to be called on Sam Mitchell. But we got a timeout. 2:18 to go in the third. Timberwolves by 1. That's right. Celtics need a gift here, Tom.
And Santa is right there to perhaps give him a gift.
You got any defense in that bag, you think?
Right now, they've got to get a little offense going. They scored 64 points. What was it? 69 points in the first half. And they
13
really,
so far.
Yeah, they are really having their offensive woes.
It's going to be a walk on Fox. 11th turnover on the Celtics.
Well, they're going exclusively to matchups, and remember that was the key. Search out the fast break opportunities before the matchups. And they are not doing that. Of course, Minnesota is shooting very well, but they're not pushing the ball up even after made baskets.
Jerome Allen fouled by Dana Barros. Minnesota is shooting the ball very well, 60% to be exact.
Well, they're penetrating, and they're using matchup advantages as ML Carr has gone small. And once you go small, the other team is definitely going to try and use their size against you. So you got to really move your feet. The reason you put a small team in there is to run, to accentuate maybe a press defense. Use quickness against the size people. The Celtics are being very passive on defense with all those small people. And they've got a small group still in the lineup, with Rick Fox playing power forward.
Outscored by 10 here so far in the third. Celtics trail by 3. 8 straight have been run off by the Timberwolves. Purvis stripped away. Allen right over our cameraman down there on the baseline.
Well, they give Purvis a great pass. It's knocked out of his hands, and as he goes up once again, there is Allen reaching in, stripping him.
Ball's tipped away, picked off by Rooks underneath. Rooks gets it ahead to the rookie Garnett. Missed Gugliotta flashing through the middle. Now Jerome Allen barks out some signals.
Well, Ned hasn't gotten out of the post yet. Now he's out.
Allen into Garnett. Garnett takes a little turnaround in the lane.
Boy, he's got a nice stroke.
7 for Garnett. 5 the Timberwolves lead now as we approach a minute to go in the third. Barros back off the glass for 2.
He's got to keep searching out those shots. I'm not sure he's got the confidence to get the ball over the top. Let him block a couple. If they block him, they block him.
Here's Garnett again, trying to work on Greg Minor this time, and Greg Minor is called with a foul. It's 2 on Greg. Celtics are over the limit with under a minute to play here in the third, and the 19-year-old will step to the line. Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett has 2 shots.
Oh, we got a category here for blocks for rookies, I see, Mike.
Yeah, Garnett up there near 1 a game.
That's pretty good for a short minutes. He's got a great shooting stroke.
He's confidently shooter, isn't he? Talking with his coach up the other end, top of your screen. 89 to 84. There goes Barros. Kicking it this time. Greg Minor baseline. Leaves it for Purvis. Count it. And Purvis will get to the free throw line.
Well, Dana Barros made the play that he should be able to make on almost anybody. A little penetrating move, reads the defense perfectly, gives it to Minor. Minor just lays it down as their defense rotates and makes a good pass himself.
Purvis still unable to collect at the free throw line. He is 0 for 4. Celtics get the ball one more time here in the third. Allen, the crossover dribble, throws it away. Picked off by Day, out of bounds. It'll still be Boston ball. And the Celtics now will have a chance to take the final shot, if they desire, in the third. Dana Barros comes in, David Wesley. Barros out, rather, Wesley in.
Well, David Wesley really played some good defense in that second quarter. See how long he plays and what they want him to do.
Gets it back to Todd Day. Todd checks out the clock. Todd, the fall away. Oh! 0.8 of a second when Todd Day buried that one. And it's a one-point game, 89-88. Timberwolves lead it as we head for the fourth.
Well, we talked about one of the keys to the game was keep the pace consistent. You'll see right here the drop-off in shots. 22 in the first for the Celtics, 26. Now down to 19. And the points are reflective of that. The rhythm of the game was in the second quarter as they utilized that tempo. The Celtics have once again staggered here in the third quarter, trying to make the game consistent.
Brooks, a tough fall away, won't go down. Fox the rebound. Rick is out there with Purvis Ellison, Greg Minor, Todd Day, and David Wesley.
Well, there were people running, but not running. They're trotting right now instead of giving the full-out run effort.
Leitner, Garnett, Brooks, Porter, and Ryder. Oh, Day just blew by the rookie, and he'll get to the free throw line.
Kevin Garnett at the end of the quarter was defending against Todd Day. And watch, Todd Day on this one just blows right by him, and there's the hit by Leitner. But Garnett is a big guy, and on that last shot that Todd Day hit, he had Garnett going every which way. And Garnett was trying to get up close on Todd Day to take away the outside shot and force him to drive. Once Todd Day put the ball on the floor, Garnett was done. So, I said earlier, Todd Day has got every defender guessing what he's going to do.
He ties the game at 89, ties his career high of 34 points in the process. Garnett gets it out to Ryder, and Ryder just kind of jumped over everybody in the lane and got two.
That classic Isaiah Ryder shot in the paint. 19
for Isaiah Ryder. Leitner tips that one away over the back and picks up a foul in the process, and Leitner now has 4.
That was a bad call.
Christian Leitner, his fourth personal foul, 2 team fouls.
2 quick team fouls here in the first minute and 10 seconds on the Timberwolves in the fourth quarter. The Timberwolves, a team, as Tom pointed out off the top, that has struggles holding on to leads going into the fourth quarter.
There's Todd Day doing his dance. Now he draws the double and
throws it away.
Lazy pass out there, picked off.
Ryder throws it up for Garnett. And he traveled. He couldn't make up his mind who he was going to pass to.
So he laid it up there for guess who? Anybody. Here's the double now. Todd Day leans through, they get a piece of the ball, and off they go. Look at the top of your screen, a pair of sneakers and another pair of sneakers right behind him. He had travel. Celtics are not running right now. They're looking for those matchups.
Todd Day going to get himself to the free throw line.
Not a bad move there. But you know what happens? As soon as you start going to one guy all the time, the other 4 guys just stand around. They're is curious as to what the guy's going to do as the defense is. And they stop moving, and that's what slows you down and changes the rhythm of the game. If 5 guys are not involved in the game, the other 4, believe me, are going to find an excuse to just stand there.
A career high 36 for Todd Day. We're tied at 91. Leitner gathers too hard off the glass. Garnett, nice job. Blocked down there by Ellison. On the break, you get it ahead. Todd Day hammered. He'll get to the line again.
And it may be a flagrant foul. Now Purvis doing some defense here as Garnett makes his presence felt. That might have been a goaltend. Good outlet pass by Minor gets Todd Day out in the open. And Todd Day, I guess I thought that they may have given the flagrant sign. They didn't.
Pretty impressive numbers so far with the Celtics, much better than he had in Milwaukee, and this by far his best night as a professional.
You know, he's a shooter. So play to his strength. I mean, that's what they're doing.
Leitner fakes it to a cutter, now trying to back Dino down.
Oh,
that was soft, wasn't it?
Boy, that thing just about, if there was a feather, the feather wouldn't have blown off the rim. That's how soft that was.
Leitner's got 19 now. And Todd Day gets fouled again, this time by Mark Davis, who's been brought into the game to defend Todd.
Well, they're throwing people at Todd Day, trying to confuse him, as they have not, any one of them, succeeded in causing a problem in the head of Todd Day. He has got the supreme confidence a shooter has in a ball game when things are going well.
How about Minnesota again, Tom? 9:39 left to go in the game, and they're over the limit.
Well, they're playing the same defense that they did in the third quarter. That's why Eric Williams was so important, because he would get the other team in foul trouble with his, aggressive thrust to the basket, good faking inside.
Todd Day has tied Kenny Anderson now for the most points scored in a game in the Fleet Center, 39. More importantly, puts the Celtics back up by 1. Leitner. Davis powers it up, and Davis will get himself to the free throw line.
Here's the double on Leitner, and he skip pass, and they'll call it on Purvis Ellison as he backed away. I don't know where it was. If it was a foul, it was on Todd Day.
Davis ties the game at 94. Timberwolves by 1. Greg Minor. David Wesley. Front rims a 3. Greg Minor trying to tack it down. Good hustle by Todd Day. Todd has come to play now.
Here's the three-point effort by Wesley, wide of the mark, and 2 of the Celtics hustling it, and right off the Minnesota player.
Pass is tipped. Garnett got a hand on the inbounds pass. Up it comes to Davis. Davis. And a foul is going to go on David Wesley, who went flying by. That's just the first on David, and the Celtics' second team foul. As I said, the Timberwolves are already over the limit. But Davis, in the act of shooting, will be back at the free throw line again. Davis, his career high is 10 points. He's going to beat on that. Dana Barrows checks back into the game for Boston, and Greg Minor will go out.
Well, let's see if that requires an adjustment by Minnesota, as they are really going small now. They got 2 big guys in there and 3 zaps. Let's hope they zap. I mean, 2 zaps and 3 zips. Let's hope they zip.
Dino and Purvis being the big guys. Day in and out. Purvis keeps it alive to David Wesley. Over to Dino. Purvis another rebound. Kicks it out to Dana Barrows. Nice job by Purvis Ellison there. Celtics with their 3rd attempt this trip. Purvis has got 8 rebounds in the game. Boston at 10 on the shot clock. Wesley trying to leave it for Dino. Dino unable. It does save it. Maybe he shouldn't have. Garnett. And he gets fouled. Garnett was a little lax in getting that up. And he paid the price.
Well, this is the battle of the 2 teams having troubles in the 4th quarter. Which one is going to have the best game plan?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the 4th foul on Todd Day.
Garnett has 2 shots.
And Garnett will get 2. His club leads by 2. 96-94, 8:26 to go. And it looks like it's going to be a lengthy 4th quarter the way they are committing fouls here. Todd Day is going to get a little bit of a rest with those 4 fouls and the 39 points.
He was the hot man in the matchups. Celtics really didn't play that up-tempo game. That was producing points for everybody. 6-7 players, double figures. That has evaporated when you start going again on matchups. Now, one guy's got to carry the load. That makes it more difficult. You got to find that guy night after night, the hot man in the hot matchup.
David Wesley wants to go to Dino. Dino turns on Leitner. Spins, stripped from behind. Here come the Wolves. Isaiah Riley got a hand in there. Terry Porter keeps on going. And Porter is called for an offensive foul.
Boy, there's the palms up, and I don't blame Terry Porter. Where was that one?
What did I do?
If he did anything, he walked. And Dana Barrows now gets knocked off the angle. Well, I don't know.
Dana has that one blocked down there by Rooks and Leitner. Porter the other way. Porter pulls up for a 3. Back rims it. Long rebound. David Wesley. Terry Porter couldn't believe that they gave David Wesley the timeout, but they did. And now ML's hoping he can make it a 20, and the officials will let him do that.
20-second timeout.
Oh, he is. He's not calling you on any of that stuff.
No. I mean, but 2 great minds work in the same direction.
Great minds add up to. What do they add up to?
Oh.
Yeah. 98-94, 7:40 left to go in the game. Barrows, Fox.
There is the Celtics problem. 0 for 4 here in this quarter. No layups, no tempo.
And 4 shots, Tom, in 4.5 minutes.
Yep, and
Dino ducks the shoulder. Oh, gets the roll.
that had to be as difficult a shot as you're going to make. Dino almost was on the floor before he was able to comfortably release the ball.
16 for Dino.
No easy baskets here, Mike.
Celtics back to within 2. Leitner gives it up to the rookie Garnett. Garnett has it knocked away by Fox. Now Garnett comes up with it. Into Rooks inside. Rooks a double clutch, and he'll get himself to the free throw line. Not a bad no-look pass by Garnett.
Now, Rick Fox is trying to make something happen and made a bad gamble on Garnett. Thought he was going to come up with a steal. Instead, Rooks, on a good read by Garnett, the rookie, ends up at the line. Found Rooks down low.
Actually, is a 67% free throw shooter coming in tonight. He's been burying them at the line tonight.
Well, I don't know how many of the Celtics were in double figures tonight. There were only 2 at halftime, even there or close.
Dino kicks back out to Dana. A little touch pass. David Wesley clears. Jumper won't go down. Kept alive by Dino. Fox misses a 3. Out of bounds off Purvis.
Now I'm going to say another statement. Once you start going to all the to one guy, all the other guys get out of the rhythm of the game, and they'll have trouble. They've lost their confidence.
Celtics don't have a lot of offensive confidence right now.
Joe Marks. All he needs is a cigar.
He does. He's a large Groucho.
What was the show he used to do?
You Bet Your Life.
You Bet Your Life. That's what Fred Smirla says. Bet your life. Answer this question. Lose your life.
Eric Montross has come back in. Garnett, little pull-up jumper, goes down. 13 for the rookie. He's high as an NBA player. He's 19. He's playing with a lot of confidence out there right now. And so are the Timberwolves, who halfway through this fourth quarter have built up a 6-point lead. Dino trying to back his way in. The fall away goes 18 for Dino Raja. Isaiah Ryder. He traveled, didn't he? Yes, he did.
They set up the great passing angle to get Ryder a move to the hoop on the catch. He wasn't quite sure he was going to be open. And just in that moment of indecision, picked up that 1 foot.
Celtics again. Go to Dino. Dino. Not sure what that was, but he got rid of it. Garnett. A little bit of an adventure. Gets it to Ryder on the cut back, and Garnett stuffs home 2. And wolfs his way back up the court. Rick Fox with the answer.
Well, all I can say is thank the Lord. After a made basket, and possibly a humiliating basket, the Celtics quickly get it up the floor and get a guy going to the basket. Beautiful. I mean, Fox is there before the defense gets totally organized, and that allows him to do that. And you remember, it all started after Minnesota had the ball, had scored a hoop. Well, you're going to see something very interesting here, where Darryl from the Whalers broadcasters came up with the idea of the howl. Here's Kevin Garnett, the rookie. He must have seen the rookie do this before. I mean, that's a real live howl, baby.
Supposed to do that if you are a wolf.
Fox has 1 shot.
104-101. It's a 3-point game as we head down the stretch now. Under 5 minutes to go. Barros is out defensively on Porter. Here comes Gugliotta through the lane. That's where Porter wants to go. Instead, it comes to Garnett on top. 6 on the shot clock. Porter pretty casual. Throws it up now on the run. No. Rebound Montross.
Boy, get it going. Good look up the court. Get it in now.
Barros uses the Fox screen. Gets it back to Rick. He gets a screen from Montross. Kicks it out to Dana. Now it's down to 10 on the shot clock. Dana comes up shooting. 13 for Barros. 1-point game. 104-103.
Good play by Dana. Kept his poise.
Porter kicks it to Ryder. Ryder into the lane. Laying it down for Gugliotta. Blocked by Montross. And he got fouled.
Montross is serious now, baby. He definitely wanted to have an impact on this game, and he certainly does right here. Good defense by Todd Day. And watch Montross come in here. and then come up after he blocks the shot, and there's a wrestling match going on. I mean, that's a wolf pack after you.
Montrose has 2 shots.
And there you see the free throws inordinately in favor of Minnesota. Well, at crunch time, Eric Montross makes a key free throw to tie it up.
20-second timeout is called by the Timberwolves. That was good to see Eric Montross make that free throw. Don't forget, after the game, holding court with Tom Hudson will come your way. Local celebrities, Hollywood stars, they'll all be there. Dom DiMaggio, Shamar Moore. Do you know who Shamar Moore is?
Absolutely.
You bet.
And Young and the Restless.
And Kevin McHale. All 3 will be on the show tonight.
Do you know who Kevin McHale is?
I know who he is.
Okay.
And I who Dom DiMaggio was.
And
I was just shaky on Shamar.
And we're going to have somebody else there, too. A mystery guest.
I won't guess, but...
Don't guess.
I won't guess. I won't guess.
Wears a red suit. Going to tell us all kinds of things about Christmas.
Tie game, 4 minutes to play. Montross, the second of 2.
That timeout didn't do Eric.
Didn't do him any good.
Lost the feel in the huddle.
Leitner. Dishes. Jump shot. Long by Gugliotta. Garnett tips it twice. 3 times. Gugliotta saves it. Porter tracks it down. 3:35 to play in a tie game. Porter closes the handle. Gugliotta got lucky. This was in the right spot. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gugliotta the dish. Garnett the jumper.
Boy, that's a pair of good hands by Garnett. He was never expecting that ball and just laid it to him, and he caught it. I never thought he would.
17 points for the rookie Garnett. T-Wolves up to Eric Montross is called. Setting the screen.
I really think that's a bad call. Watch Garnett's catch right there. I mean, he wasn't expecting that. And then has the presence of mind to score.
Right, Minnesota by 2 and the ball. Mitchell. Todd Day, the foul.
Now, this I don't believe. They have done that so many times to the Celtics, and it's always a clean block. Here, it's not a clean block, and you heard the ball.
That's 5 on Todd. Celtics now over the limit with 2:52 to go in this one. D. Brown's making his way to the scorer's table. And Mitchell will be at the line for 2 with his club up by 2. Well, Kevin McHale is going to get some gray hairs wherever he is in the stands.
Well, they're really going small now. And they will have a matchup to utilize at one of the either the center or the quick forward spot.
Mitchell, 1 of 2. 3-point game. Under 3 minutes to go. Celtics go to Dino. Double from Porter. Dino skips through it, has it knocked away. Dana the loose ball. Makes a jumper.
That's a big hoop. That is a beautifully helpful big hoop by Dana Paris.
I'll say. Crowd calling for some defense. Porter tells Leitner to go to the hole. Throws it away. The 20th turnover of the night for the Timberwolves. Boston now a chance to get the lead. 107-106 our score. Celtics down 1. Dana looking inside. Tipped away by Gugliotta. Dribbled it on the sideline. It'll be Boston ball. Celtics get a break there. They'll have 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, I got to set up a better passing angle than they did to try and get the ball to Dino.
We've got a timeout. 2:07 to go in the game. Don't go away.
You see how far out Dino Radja is when he gets the ball. Now he works his way in. It gives the double team guy plenty of time to get back and bother Dino. So the passing angle you're going to see right now, Dana Barros luckily comes up with some accidental offense off that double team, but a very timely hoop. But the Celtics, if they're going to utilize Dino Radja, have got to create easier opportunities for Dino. Don't make him step out to get the ball.
Dino kicks it out. Dana for three. Rebound, Leitner. We're under 2 minutes to go in the game. The T-Wolves have the ball and a 1-point lead. Leitner. Gugliotta. Looking inside at the rookie Garnett. Gugliotta dips the shoulder. Back to Leitner. Buries a jump shot.
Gugliotta created that opportunity as Dino had to drop back and protect against the penetration. And that was Leitner, who has got an excellent outside shot. Was all alone.
Celtics, who made 7 threes in the first half, have not made one here in the second. They were 7 of 12 shooting threes in the first half. They are 0 for 7 in the second half.
That's because they're playing half-court offense. They're not getting them off the up quick.
There's a skip past the day. D is open. And D gets fouled shooting a three by the rookie Garnett. And Flip Saunders walks up the sideline going, oh my gosh. Did he really do that?
Well, this kid has shown me exactly why they was so high on him. A lot of people in the draft last season in Chicago and all those camps considered him to be one of the most talented potential prospect in the entire draft.
Dana Barros getting a brief rest. David Wesley is coming in. ML's going to do some offensive and defensive substituting here. D makes the second of two. This one is for the tie with 1:23 to play. Celtics have been to the line 15 times in this fourth quarter.
And they haven't made a dent, I don't think, on the differential.
Well, we'll have an 83-second game coming your way. 109. This break in the action brought to you by the Michelob family of beers with that smooth classic taste that you don't find every day. Michelob, because some days are better than others. Well, let's see. I do 123. That's what, 4, 15, 86. What, maybe 5 possessions left in this game, which Minnesota will probably get 3. Seeing that they have the ball with 24 seconds to go.
Well, their go-to guy is Ryder, because he can put a man, defeat any single defender. Dribble, he'll overpower him and get him down on the box. And Leitner on the outside is a perfect target, as we saw in the last shot. Any penetration, Dino's going to have to respect that, cover the middle, and Leitner should be wide open. So Leitner may be the key guy. And don't forget about this kid Garnett, who's been a very opportune player in this ball game. So Dino Radja will have to make some, I would think, some very impressive decisions as to whether to go to help or not to help, because Leitner is perfectly capable of solving the fourth quarter woes of Minnesota with that outside shot.
Carday is playing with 5 personal fouls. He is the only one in imminent danger for the Celtics. Both Leitner and Garnett have 5 for the Timberwolves. also got Purvis Ellison in here for defensive purposes.
So he is going to line up with Leitner. Not a bad idea by ML Carr.
109, 109. Porter can't lose Wesley. Gives it to Mitchell. Pass picked off. Todd Day's got it. Foul on Gugliotta.
And Gugliotta is livid right now. I don't know why, because I'm going to tell you, if anybody got the benefit of the officiating tonight, it's been Minnesota. It loses the ball, and now goes into Todd Day, bangs him, knocks him to the floor.
All right, Todd with a chance to go over 40. More important than to give Boston a lead. There's his 40th point of the night. Bird, McHale, Parrish, Ainge, Lewis, Brown, and Wilkins. The 7 players since 1979 who have scored over 40 points in the game wearing a Boston Celtics uniform, and you can add Todd Day's name to the list.
Now they got to play really good defense. And they got Dino now playing.
Fox to steal. Garnett comes back up with it. Leitner nearly lost it. 8 on the shot clock. Leitner trying to force it up.
Oh,
and
boy.
Draws a foul.
No place to go as a bailout. A bailout.
It'll put Leitner at the free throw line and a chance to tie the game with 49 seconds to play. ML Carr is going to send D. Brown and Dana Barros back into the game off the free throws.
Now, a lot of people in Boston don't like Christian Leitner.
He'll get better the louder the boos goes.
Yeah. He's that type of individual. Some changes here. D. Brown comes in, Dana Barros. And they'll take Garnett out and go small.
Mitchell has come in to cover Day.
Celtics now have 4 3-point shooters to go along with Dino Raja.
Leitner ties the game at 111. Here we go. Dana Barros directing a little traffic. They clear aside for Dana. Dino now sets the screen. Dana goes the other way for 2. Timeout, Timberwolves. Dana Barros, who set the record earlier tonight with the 3, a big 2 here.
As Porter playing the pick, trying to beat him over the top, and Dana alertly goes the other way. Just blows by Porter. That's the way to use your quickness, and now beckoning Dino over to set the pick. Look at Porter playing the play, and so was Gugliotta. And there was nobody back there to even come close to bothering this man, Dana Barros, making a big hoop. Dana Barros, you know, he's got that kind of quickness and speed. And the one play that he's having difficulty with is coming over the top of the pick and the defender jumping out, the big man's defender jumping out and stopping his quickness and kind of forcing him out towards half court. And if he ever really develops to the point where he can dribble through that thing like we've seen Mark Price, he's got the same quickness and the potential dribbling ability. Nobody will be able to stop Dana Barros. Nobody.
No bigger a bucket than that one. 17 for Dana on the night. BJ Carlissimo and the Portland Trailblazers are coming to town to open up the new year here at the Fleet Center. Hope you can join us. Pre-game begins at 7. That's Wednesday, January 3rd, 7:30 for the tip. The Celtics and the Trailblazers. After you guys come back from a 4-game or West Coast swing.
The West Coast, we go to LA, we go to Portland, we go to Seattle, and we go to Canada, Vancouver.
Those are 3 tough spots to begin with.
So the defensive unit in there right now for the Celtics. David Wesley and Garnett is in. Rick Fox going to line up against him. Todd Day's going to take Mitchell. And David Wesley's going to take Porter.
All right, Mitchell to inbound. Does so to Porter. They give it to Leitner. He goes to Gugliotta. They clear it for Gugliotta. Locked away by Dino. Gugliotta gets it back. Gugliotta spins. Nothing doing.
Holy mackerel. I mean, that's 2 bailouts on bad shots, they call.
Dino picks it up, his 4th. It'll put Gugliotta at the free throw line with 20.6 seconds to go.
Two bad shots taken, and the officials bailed out both of the Timberwolves by putting him to the line.
Gugliotta with his 17th point.
Minnesota's taken now 48 free throws. Unbelievable.
And the Celtics are going to use a timeout. Boston with 1 timeout left, and the Timberwolves with 1 timeout left. 20.6 seconds on the clock. And a 113 tie. Now, Tom, do you play for the win or tie here in the sense of take it down to maybe like 5 seconds or so, 8 seconds, and get the last shot, not give them time to get back up the floor, or just take the first good shot that turns up?
Listen, the best thing you can try and do is make them play defense for the full 20 seconds. If anything breaks down before 5 seconds, then go for the basket. You need the hoop. Put the heat back on them. I'm not an exponent of holding the ball until the last 5 seconds and then taking the shot, because what happens is that then their defense only has to play about 4 or 5 seconds. Make them play the whole period of time. Good defense. Move yourself. Move the ball. Cut. Put them under the heat. You may get fouled even on a pick or coming off a pick. But to stand there and take the clock down, I think really doesn't. They only have to play defense. They'll double a guy, and if they double at 4 or 5 seconds, the guy is going to take a shot under the gun with no chance of a tip in on a missed shot.
Do you go to Barrows and Roger on one side, as the Celtics have often here in the second half, or involve Day? What do you do?
Very inviting to do that. I think they'll be prepared. Porter, who will defend Barrows, will be prepared to play a little bit differently and not give Dana Barrows that, over the top and then show him to the baseline look. I think Dino would be my man. I'd put him down inside, give him the ball, see what happens. If need be, kick it out. But I'd get it in his hands early. But you also got, like you mentioned, Todd Day.
And D. Brown. Timberwolves coming with some full court pressure. The Celtics have to go the length of the court. D. Brown comes back for it, and D's going to bring it up. Celtics already down to 13. D. Brown trying to work on Davis. Goes by him. D to the bucket. No call underneath. Ball tips. Dino underneath gets whacked with 2.4 to go.
Well, there was no bailouts for the Celtics as 2 of them got hit before they finally were forced to blow the whistle for Dino Roger. I'll tell you, they bailed the Minnesota Timberwolves out on 2 straight bad shot selections as the clock was winding down to get them on the scoreboard, and they finally get Dino to the line. Here's D. Brown. That's not a foul, right? And finally, this is mayhem before they blow the whistle for Boston.
Dino's first trip to the free throw line. 3.4 on the clock. Timberwolves have a timeout left. Misses the second one, and that's a help. Nice play there by David Wesley. Real heads-up play. As David Wesley threw the ball in the air. That is playing with the old noggin.
You cannot play any smarter than that. I mean, David Wesley tracked that thing down on the miss. So some time went off the clock, and then as he was about to go out of bounds, almost hit the banners. That's how high he threw the thing.
114, 113. Celtics win it. We'll be back.